group leaders. I'm Sarah, and we are so excited about this coming week's curriculum. All month long, we've been teaching kids about obedience, and this week our great bottom line is that you can trust that God has a plan. One of the activities to highlight this bottom line is called Putty in Your Hands, and so we're going to show you very briefly how easy and how fun this activity is going to be this coming Sunday. But I need to get ready first. Okay, I think I'm ready. Every small group is going to get one bowl. You're going to get one bottle of Elmer's glue, and then we're going to distribute 8 ounces of liquid starch, and it smells like clean clothes. So if your group is kind of smelly, this is going to help a lot for that day. Basically, what you're going to do is you're going to take your bowl, and you're going to take your entire bottle of Elmer's glue and dump it in the bowl. Now, I would just make sure that kids don't touch it and it won't get sticky, but just dump the whole thing in the bowl, all of it. Mix it all up. It's kind of sticky, so don't touch it yet. Now, as you're doing this, this is a great time for you to talk to your small group about the bottom line, like, well, this is kind of funny. I mean, this doesn't seem to make sense. I've got Elmer's glue, which is really sticky, and I know that I don't want to stick my hands in it. And then I have something like liquid starch that my parents use in the laundry. Well, dump a little bit of liquid starch in your bowl, and I would probably do about half of what you get and half of what you're allotted first, and then just kind of take your hands and start mixing. Now, you're going to have to mix pretty slow at first, kind of like you're baking a cake so that everything doesn't spill out the side, and just keep mixing and keep churning and let the kids look. Don't let them touch. Don't let them touch, but you can let them look in there and see what it's looking like. And you definitely will need to continue to add some. If it kind of stays sticky like this, that means you need a little bit more starch. So let's keep adding the starch and mixing and mixing. And eventually, this little concoction is going to turn into putty in your hands. And it's going to be fun, it's going to be movable, and it's not going to stick to your hands like Elmer's glue would. So just continue to mix it, and as much as you want to get your hands in there and get yourself dirty, we're just going to keep going. And I would probably say it's still kind of sticky. I can feel it on my fingers, so just continue to add a little starch, And if you ran out of starch in your small group and you need more, just let your coach know, and they can bring you some more starch. And like I said, be a little careful because it can spill. But basically, this is how you make putty in your hands. Now, after you make the putty, after you have the great conversations about how 2 things that don't really make sense when brought together can create something really fun, continue to put in front of them the bottom line that you can trust that God has a plan. And then evenly divide this putty into baggies, and each individual baggie will go home with the kids. The older ones can actually write on the baggie, "You can trust God has a plan," and the younger ones will have labels for. But they can take that home and they can tell their families that you can trust that God has a plan. So we're excited about Sunday, and we hope you are too, and get ready to have some putty in your hands.